This is my case study. It is about Airbnbs, and this is by me, Brittyn Wentz. So first, the Airbnb and large hotel chains and bed and breakfast operators. The Airbnbs, they are in different business models. They have different target markets and other value props. Airbnbs, they have flexibility, unique experiences, and other technology-driven conveniences. The Airbnb has more technology-focused amenities. They focus on short stays, the varying of different locations all over, and then they also rely heavily on transaction fees from people renting through the platform. The profit margin, it also depends on the room rentals around and the occupancy rates at hand. The large hotel chains are more focused on brand consistency, so like familiar brands and then also international brands. They have more of a global outreach, and they also have loyalty programs. They also have other revenues all over different multiple locations. They cover fixed and variable costs, and then they also generate revenue across several locations that also cover fixed and variable costs. The bed and breakfast operators, they have more personalized services, such as like more local experiences and intimate settings, for example. Most of the bed and breakfast operators, they have personalized experiences, special accommodations, and some technology. It just really depends. The profit formula is it just really depends on the revenue from the renting of the rooms and the occupancy. The cost structure is more of like a brick and mortar locations, other food, and also other offerings. So the general strengths and weaknesses of the Airbnbs. So the Airbnbs, they have obviously a great number of strengths, but they also have some weaknesses. They're normally more affordable than large hotel chains, and which is great for travelers who don't have a whole lot of money. And this also allows travelers to experience the culture of the destination in a more authentic way as it is to staying in someone's home. They also have a large outreach as well. With this, there are also large properties all over many different countries. With strengths, though, there are some weaknesses. Sometimes the properties might not be advertised, or the host, they might not respond at all. There also might be some safety concerns, too, about the Airbnb. The large hotel chains, more like the Marriott and the Hilton, they have several strengths. There's many locations around the world, and this gives them a large outreach and allows the travelers to have a consistent experience no matter where they are. They also have a strong brand reputation, which is also good with the loyalty program, which keeps customers coming back. They also have a lot of employees, which gives them the opportunity to offer several different services and amenities wherever. There's also weaknesses, though, and these hotels, they can be expensive, and which might make travelers not choose them altogether. And then they also give more of an impersonal feel, which travelers might not enjoy. The bed and breakfasts, they have several strengths as well. They're more intimate and they are personal rather than the large hotel chains. They're also more affordable, which is normally like a selling point for travelers around the world. They also have like a unique, more local feel, which is sometimes more appealing to travelers who want to experience like the culture of the destination. But there also are some weaknesses. They have fewer amenities compared to the large hotel chains, which might make travelers stay away because they want a more luxurious experience. And they also might want to find sometimes, it also might be difficult to find sometimes. This also might frustrate travelers along the way who are not familiar really with the area. So Airbnb's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was more focused on was for the business model to focus on the local stays and the longer term rentals. They saw a small number of bookings for short term stays in the urban areas, so they started to promote stays in the less populated areas, which gave people discounts on longer stays. And then they also introduced a new cleaning policy, which would make guests and hosts more safe. And then the business model proved to be more resilient than of the hotel chain rivals in some ways. Hotels, they relied more on business from travelers and tourists, while the Airbnbs, they focused more on like the individual hosts. That allowed the company to change due to travel trends and the shift that happened in domestic and local travel. Airbnbs that also allowed hosts to give a bigger variety of accommodations, which included homes and apartments, which happened to be in high demand during the pandemic because travelers did not want to share spaces during this time. So the general strengths and weaknesses of moving on. The lodging consumer and customer value proposition. It changed in several ways over the years. The biggest change is the increasing demand for more personalized and unique accommodation experiences. So the customer value proposition was one of them, and they meet this change by giving travelers a platform that connects with hosts that offers specific lodging options. Another change was in the lodging consumer is people giving peer reviews and recommendations, which let the guests give feedback and ratings on the host, and this also gave a system more of trust. Their last lodging consumer change is the rise of the economy and how it affects the consumers. Airbnb's customer value aligns with the specific change for giving individuals an opportunity to turn their unused spaces and turn it into money for travelers to access like affordable and flexible options for accommodating them. So the assessment of Airbnb's financial performance. Since Airbnbs have went public, they've had a strong revenue growth, and they've also had an increase in profit, and this happened right after the pandemic. They also showed their ability to grow at the top line, show progress in managing costs, and improve their net income and margins. So with their revenue growth, the Airbnbs, they showed high increases in revenue. In 2023, the revenue reached $9.9 billion in 2023, and then, this was an 18% increase from last year, and this was from a source called The World of Harcourt Street. In 2024, then, the revenue increased to $11.102 billion, which was an 11.95% increase from 2023, and that comes from the source of Macro Trends. With the proper profitability, the company reported a profitable year on GAAP basis. The net income in quarter 4 of 2024 was $461 million with a 19% net income margin. The Airbnbs have also been able to demonstrate cost management with a decline in costs, revenue, sales, and marketing expenses. And there was a net loss between 2019 and 2021. But since this take rate, it's been positive, and it's been on the upward trend of things. The stock has also experienced issues in the past, but it's reflected the company's financial performance for market conditions. So there are factors that have contributed to this performance with Airbnb. And those are the post-pandemic recovery, the strong demand, the operational efficiency, and new offerings. So within these, the travel industry has significantly improved, which has impacted the business of the Airbnb. And the strong demand of travel and other lodging options, they've made revenue growth. The Airbnbs have also shown that they can manage costs well by contributing to a better profitability. And the company keeps giving a launch and new offers, which is making the business diversify. So there's some recommendations to improve the competitiveness in the accommodation market, and those are to help with the competitive edge and mitigate the risk and of Airbnb, and so that's why you should focus on host verification, changing its offerings, improving user experiences, and engaging with the communities. So with strengthening the trust and the safety, they should host verification by implementing more background checks and other processes for hosts so they can mitigate risks associated with the safety and security. Comprehensive insurance programs, they should be offered to hosts and guests to add security for peace of mind for fewer financial losses as well. When you have diversified offerings, though, long-term rental options should be expanded, and hotel acquisitions could diversify the Airbnb by giving a wider range of accommodations or like a broader customer base. Improving the user experience, they could invest in like AI or advanced analytics, and there could also be a simplified booking process along the way to help with satisfaction and communication of customers. And engaging with the communities, this could be addressing regulatory changes, with engaging with local governments, promoting sustainability, and also affordably helps with good pricing and regular cost analysis. The promoting of sustainability, it helps with hosting guests to attract travelers that align with trends at hand. If engaging with the community, it can help with positive relationships and help concerns that are affected of short-term rentals. If it focuses on affordability, for example, it can help with good pricing and the customers, which makes it lighter. And it can also have a cost analysis, which helps identify and eliminate expenses that can help maintain competitive pricing. I kind of went over, but thank you for watching and listening.